Hey there, my name's Lauren Zaleski. It's a real pleasure to having been asked to do this for riseup8.org. I love the website. It's quite an honor, and I can't wait to tell you my story of adversity and how basically gratitude um, pulled me out of a very, very dark place and continues to give me a very blessed life like I have today. Um, I had a wonderful childhood, grew up in New Jersey, great parents, great sister, wonderful upbringing out in kind of farm country of New Jersey. And I, no issues at all. And then my boyfriend in high school, Rob, I ended up marrying him in 1993. And we then had two beautiful children in 1996 and 1998. So life was good. And he enabled me that I could stay home with the children, which is what I wanted to. So I was this very enthusiastic, energetic, stay at home mom. And when the kids got into school, I got very active in the school system, being homeroom mom, active in the PTA, eventually becoming vice president and then president. But in 2001, I got sick. I thought it was the flu originally. I just ached from head to toe. I kind of felt like I got hit by a truck. Um, and Lyme disease is very prevalent around here. So even though my tests came back negative, they diagnosed me with Lyme. But it turned out it wasn't Lyme, and it actually took about a year of jumping from doctor to doctor to get diagnosed with lupus and fibromyalgia, both which are painful in their own way. Lupus is an autoimmune disease that the antibodies attack the healthy tissue in your body. Um, so that's primarily joints, and then fibromyalgia is nerve pain. So I kind of get it all over. But for the most part, from 2001 to 2008, I would go through flares occasionally, flares where I would get sick and I would be laid up for anywhere from a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months on the rare occasion. Um, but I was still able to be that energetic mom, and the play dates and all that. Oh, we ran. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. But then in 2008, I got knocked on my butt with the flare to end all flares, and it just the pain was horrid, and unfortunately, just never ended. Those days turned into weeks, turned into months, turned into 4 long, very long years. By the end, I was not leaving the house. I was not showering. I would go a month without showering. I was just kind of rotting in my house. I guess I kind of felt defeated because no matter what I did, I couldn't control the pain. And I think being a control freak, that was frustrating to me. So I kind of gave up. I didn't want to die, but I didn't want to live in this albatross of a body anymore. That last year, 2012 to 2013, the narcotics that I was on for the pain and sleep and anxiety, they just weren't working. But I found out wine was working for my pain. Unfortunately, I didn't stop at one glass of wine, and I became an alcoholic. And I drank, it lasted less than a year, but it got bad. And bad enough where on June 20th of 2013, I woke up in a hospital room not knowing how I got there. It turns out I drove in a complete blackout and crashed into a parked box truck. Thank God I did not hurt anybody. I did not hurt myself. But I will never forget that feeling and wondering, how the heck did I get here? How did I get here? Um, my sister found a chronic pain program and rehab up in Connecticut at Silver Hill Hospital, the Chronic Pain and Recovery Center. And I went there for a month. I got sober and I learned how to live with chronic pain because I had a decision to make. I am going to be living with this probably for the rest of my life. I have a lot of life left to live, God willing. I need to live. I want to live. I don't want to exist. So that's what I learned. I learned about mindfulness. I learned about gratitude. After the 30 days, I came home, and that's when the real work started. Meditation, and I had to go to my 12-step meetings, which I love. So that got me social again, and I started a 12-step group here in New Jersey, Chronic Pain Anonymous, because there were none here in New Jersey. We had them up in Silver Hill Hospital, but not in New Jersey. So I started the first New Jersey chapter. And then online, I was finding a lot of chronic pain support groups on Facebook but they were also really damn depressing and full of a lot of complaining. And I wanted to be uplifted. I knew what the problem was. I live with the problem. I want to know how to live with it. I want to be inspired. So that's when I started Attitude of Gratitude with Chronic Pain. And we've got pretty strict rules in it. We've got no complaining, obviously the typical no selling and stuff. But our main goal is to try to live in this life with chronic pain joyfully, with serenity, gratefulness, and live and not just exist. We now have 2,000 members who have all committed, when they come in, to not complaining. It's really pretty amazing. Last year, I did this gratitude project. I decided rather than a gratitude journal, which I thought I will do for 2 weeks and then I will stop, I wanted to hold myself accountable. So on Facebook, I started what I called my gratitude project. And the goal was I was going to do one thing I was grateful for every day for the entire year. And I did. And it seemed easy when I suggested it, and it was much harder than I thought. But I did. I did 366, and the goal is never to repeat. And I didn't want to make anything of material value because I wanted people to read it and relate, no matter what their financial status was. And where I originally thought that people might get annoyed and unfriend me, it was just the opposite. It really grew a following. People were into it. People were friending me that I didn't know just to be a part of reading about, the gratitudes. It was really awesome, and it kept driving me and driving me. So, and then people were telling me to put all these in a book and to write a book about my story. I wasn't quite ready when December 31st rolled around. So I had decided a few weeks earlier that rather than just start writing a book, I'm going to do a website. So that's what I did. That's what gratitudeaddict.com is. And I have a very good community of people. I do blog posts on gratitude. I post some of my old posts from the project. And then I have a Facebook page as well for it. And that's where I can interact with people. And it's really just amazing. Gratitude, feeling gratitude, really was a miracle in my life because there's so much to be grateful for. I've got a husband who loves me. I've got kids that love me. And oh God, are they proud of me. They are so proud of me. And to me, that's everything. My main goal in life now is just to be happy and to keep those happy around me. I put them through hell. I lived in hell, but I also put them through hell. So there's so much to be grateful for. 366 things just last year, and I could go on, and I am going on actually. And now I've seen the success of the webpage and the Facebook page, and I'm going to be writing that book. So if you don't have a gratitude practice, I would encourage you, do one. You will be surprised at the profound difference in your life when you stop focusing on what is wrong in your life and start focusing on what is right. The air that you breathe, clean drinking water. There's so much, and when you focus on that and you set that as your default setting, I promise you that your life will get better.